Yes, hello everybody. Good morning. Mabuhay. Greetings all the way from the Philippines. Welcome to another live episode of Tata Talks Real, where I interview real people who are running their own digital business around the world. And today, I am so happy for another opportunity that I can have this live talk with you all. And today, I will be interviewing one of the powerhouses in the community. They are one of the pillars. I'm so grateful because they said yes to me. And I don't want to keep you long. I would like to welcome aboard with me, Karen and Chris. Hi, Karen and Chris. Good morning.
Hi,
Hello.
And
how are ya?
yes, I'm fine. I'm thrilled, overwhelmed, and excited, but a little nervous at the same time, you
As
know?
are we.
We're,
As
ner-
are we.
we're nervous too.
Oh, so are you? Okay, and would you do the honor of greeting all the viewers who are watching with us today?
Oh, hello everybody that's watching. We have people on with you live now. That's incredible.
Mm.
Yeah, we're Karen and Chris. We're from Western Canada.
It's
No,
Sunday evening here.
yeah,
Actually,
Sunday.
we are a day behind Hazel. So and we just came through a rainstorm. We got a torrential rain here, but the sun is coming out this evening. So
Yeah,
we really needed the rain.
Okay, and thank you so much for guesting on my page today. It's really an honor. And I know it's evening time there, it's morning time here. There's a huge time difference, but you have done this one for me. So kind and generous of you. So thank you very much.
You're so welcome.
So, yes, and to start off, I would like to know, like, can you share on this page who's Karen and Chris before you came into this business?
sure. So when we before we got into the online space, Karen was a vice principal in a Catholic elementary school. Well, you taught for 30 some years, right?
Pretty is,
Over
yep.
30 years. I was a long time ago. I was also a teacher, and then I recently, in the last 15 or so years, I was a firefighter. So yeah, we had both did great jobs, before we got into this, and that's what we did. We built a log home. You can kind of see it in the background there.
Mhm.
That's this is our house that we live in that we built in 2015.
Mhm.
2015. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're pretty simple folks.
Wow, you have a beautiful house. I
Thank
don't know
you.
how it feels to live in that kind of house, but it's really good.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
and Karen is a teacher. I was a teacher myself. I have
Yeah.
been a missionary teacher for a long time. And Chris, you were a firefighter, but I can see in the community that you're also doing your guitar, you're playing, you like music. My husband loves music as well. So I think that's one thing that we have both in common. So anyway, I'm just curious, like, because I know that you are one of the powerhouses in the community already. People in the community are actually looking up to you as a power couple. But I would like to know how you started in the business. How did you find this business? And how did you come across with this one? A
Mhm.
little bit. Um,
We've been, you call us a powerhouse couple, and it's very humbling because we are no different than anybody
mm,
else. We've all got the same training and whatnot. We just follow the system, and so we haven't done anything different per se. We found it online, just like this, 4 years ago in 2017, over 4 years ago in March, and we were looking for more. As much as we loved our jobs, we worked long hours, and we were tied to the school's schedule, and Chris was tied to shift work, and we were approaching our mid 50s, and our grandchildren were starting to be born, and we wanted to travel more, and we wanted our time back. We wanted to prepare for retirement.
Mhm.
So, we looked at many things. We looked at maybe with the building of our home that we would operate a bed and breakfast out of our home to give us extra some extra income. We looked at landscape business to owning our own business, but it didn't check all the boxes. We wanted something that was mobile. We wanted something online that we could take with us and still generate income. And we thought, well, where are we going to find that? So like anything, if you want to know how to make sourdough bread, you Google it. How do you make sourdough bread? You want to work online? You Google it, work online. And that's what Chris did. He Googled it, and we saw an ad just like many of you have seen. And we clicked on it, and we learned more.
Yeah.
And it checked all the boxes. So
it was when we first saw this, Hazel, like most of people, we thought, you know, can this really work for us? But we don't know anything. I know how to on the computer, on my phone. I'm not a technical guy. At least I wasn't then. But I learned. We learned it, and anyone can do this. It's so crazy. There's I hope there's people out here watching this and seeing this for the first time and wondering if they can or they can't. And anyone can. It's not rocket science. Yeah.
Right. So it's just like everybody else. It's so also humbling to know about how you started it. Just like everybody else, stumble upon the odds, or in my case, this was introduced to me by a friend a long time ago, but I never really minded it. And later on, my husband saw it, and he came into the business as well. So, in this community, we are doing our own. Most of us, we have our own like personal Facebook pages, and also Facebook business pages, and people would actually try to know what is it that we really do, because a lot of people are talking about this business. They have been seeing ads and stuff like this on Facebook, and we are actually growing, and some of my friends, they're saying like, oh, this community is getting bigger and bigger, because I have seen many of you on Facebook. Just in this platform alone, a lot of people are seeing us, but they wanna actually know, what is it, guys, that you really do? Can you say a little bit more about this?
Yeah.
You know what? We invite you to a webinar. That's the bottom line. And we're looking for business owners, and we're looking for people that can know us, that they can follow the system. So if they're willing to take 90 minutes to go to the webinar, to check it out, to see if it's for them, that shows us that's a good business owner. If they're willing to give up their time to go and watch. If they're not willing to watch that free webinar, it doesn't cost you anything. If they're not willing to watch that 90 minutes, they're not going to be a good business partner. Yeah. They won't be. So, that's kind of the first step to it all, is to take that invitation.
Yeah.
And if they do, then that's great. And that's a sign that they can follow the process. Because once you have a look at the business model and you have a look at the inside, and then taking the next step, then you know that it is for you.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's not.
Maybe you figure it.
Or maybe it's not. It may not. But that's the first step that we always invite people to do. If someone reaches out to us and sees our business page and says, hey, what are you guys doing? We get so many people each and every day reaching out to us. And that is not a good use of our time.
No.
The system is done for us. The system is done for us to invite people to 90 minutes so that we can, continue on our business. We just cannot respond to, the people every single day, anywhere from 10 to 50 people a day that want to know what we're doing. So we send them to the webinar to kind of, read them out.
And we lay it out. What I love about the webinar is that, I love the fact that it's free.
Mm-hmm.
But I love the fact, it just lays everything out in a logical, easy to understand format. And so really, when people push us, it's a business opportunity, right? And we have everything there for you, plug and play.
Mm-hmm.
Come into the business and we'll teach you how to make it work. And that's what we've all done. We all had to follow this process. And so we expect those that are coming in to do the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right. It's just a plug and play system. And you're right. I like what you said. If they cannot do the webinar, then they're not going to be good business owners later on, because that's the first step they need to take.
Yeah.
Okay. And another thing is, what is it that you love so much about this business?
you know,
Meeting people like you.
yeah,
We love
Thank
we
you.
love, we love doing this.
yeah,
Like we have spoken to people, well, especially during 2020 when the world was shut down through the pandemic and the online space was like a heartbeat that didn't stop. You continued to be busy working from home at that time, but
yeah.
just talking to people from all over the world, it is so
Oh, it's
interesting.
fascinating.
So interesting.
That was, and so when you talk about, it's a tough question, Hazel, because, and that's a good one though. What do you love most about it? Uh, I would have to say, I love, like we had great careers. We loved what we did.
Mm-hmm.
But this business has allowed us to earn enough that we can retire. And we did retire from our full-time jobs, our careers that we loved.
We
So-
retired early, actually.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
think about that. The magnitude of that we are allowed now to, do what we want. We have granddaughters that live about 8 hours away from us. In a couple of weeks, we're going to go spend 2 weeks with them. We're allowed. We can do that without lining up holidays. We can do that any time of the year. We can hang out together. We can golf. We golfed all day yesterday. I didn't have to do. I'm not having to go to work. It's a blessing. And we're blown away by it. So
Yeah.
for me personally, I love that. It's time.
Time.
We now have our time back, and we're still pretty young. Relatively.
Well, we like to think that.
You are. That's actually one thing that I really like about you. Like, you are in your golden years, but you guys are really cool, super cool. Yeah, I love your personality. I love how just the way you are. And so, uh, maybe last question. Um, is it like for a newbie like me in the business, I really want to have something to hold on to, like advice from someone like you in the community. But I want to ask, like, is it possible for me to reach what you guys have achieved already in the business?
Why not? Why not?
Why not?
Like you have the same training, the same information that we do, and it makes it very hard to fail. It really does.
Yeah.
If you're plugged in and you treat it like a business and own your success, and it's not all sunshine and roses. Of course, there's going to be roadblocks once in a while, or speed bumps that you're going to hit. But there's no problem too big that it can't be solved. It's just an opportunity to learn. And we've learned a lot. And what we've learned, we share with anybody that wants to know. So, people are starting their business and we help them get started. There is nothing that we won't share. It's very transparent. And, the support, the training, which is always evolving. But, the direct mentor is, everybody gets direct mentor and coach. So it's been really, really.
One thing I would say, I like that, Karen. One thing I would add to that as well is, Hazel, really believe in yourself, in yourselves. Like really believe that you're going to succeed with this, and be daily grateful. And not just using words, not just sort of verbally saying the words. You must be grateful, really grateful, and believe, and really believe. And that is where it's almost a faith. Right? It's almost like your faith. You really, you can't see it yet, but you just gotta believe it, right? And
You can feel it.
yeah, and it'll come. It just takes time, right? Like anything worth getting, Hazel, takes a little bit of time.
Learning guitar.
It's like learning guitar, yeah. I
Okay.
did my crazy thing right away, so I had to learn a lot. Anyways.
Yes, awesome. That's a very powerful advice coming from you too. I am humbled as well because, like what I've said, I just want to take this opportunity to really appreciate what you did for me on my page today, and for those people who are not in the community. Karen and Chris might be just ordinary people to you, but in the community, they're like superstars. You're like superstars, guys, in this community. So I'm really overwhelmed of this opportunity, and I just want people. I want to give you that regard in this community we are working in together. So anyway, I don't want to take so much of your time today. I'm just so glad that you came and you have actually given this time to someone like me. And I hope God will bless your kindness and generosity, and you will have more blessings in your
He
business
always
and
does.
in your life. Yes. Thank you
Right.
so much for coming in, and I hope to see you around
Absolutely.
uh, on the inside. Thank you, Karen and Chris, for
Yeah.
coming.
Thank
Likewise.
Yes.
you.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Okay, thank you very much to all the viewers who are watching with us. Thank you for being with us today, and I hope you have gotten something good out of the talk with Karen and Chris. And yes, and I hope we'll have more exciting people to be interviewing on this page. And wishing you all a good day. Happy Monday. It's the start of the week. So I hope everybody will have blessings out there. And yes, see you on another live episode of Tata Talks Real. Bye for now.